Why my son will continue to bear my surname, says billionaire blogger Linda Ikeji. Hello everyone, you're so much welcome. Of course, Linda Ikeji is known as the Madame of bloggers. Though not the very first person to start blogging in Nigeria, we had the likes of Bella Niger, who was a role model at that time, who started blogging before a lot of us even had an idea of what blogging is. So apart from Bella, who was an inspiration to her, she had a couple of foreign bloggers as well, and she started from absolutely nothing. Linda's life has been, one that could be seen from the nothing at all to where she is today. And honestly, if there's one woman who is blessed with brains and everything, Linda is one of them. Should we talk about how she started her life with her family? She has a very close knit family anyway that lives somewhere around Mushin on Lagos mainland. With a father and a mother and younger siblings, Linda is the first child. As the adult of the family and from an Igbo family as well, a lot of responsibilities are on the shoulders of a first child. Linda has tried everything. She went to school despite the limited resources that seemed to be available for her at that time. Her parents ensured that they all had education. Yeah, not might it might not be the top of the most top schools, but she went to very good school. Her alma mater is Anglican Girls School in Surulere, Lagos State, which is still one of the very, very good schools around. So she had it. And that foundation that her parents succeeded in giving her has helped her till today. Do we talk about what made her go into pageantry? Yes, Linda was into modeling and all those pageantry kind of thing, and she did well at it as well, because of her unique features. Then she also progressed into having her own agency, modeling agency. There was a time that that was the in thing then. If you've had a taste of pageantry, she went into it, but it didn't quite fly. She also tried a magazine or something, it didn't fly. She tried writing a book, that also did not fly. In fact, she said she borrowed money, I think 100,000 or 150,000 naira at that point, and I think she owed a bank or borrowed it from one organization or someone, and she was called to the police station to pay. Maybe she slept a nice day, I don't know, but she was called, and it's not a crime like that. It was a matter of, madam, how do you want to pay the money? And so she tells her story. If you just put her name on Google, you will see her story, which she's been very open about. Then she threw herself into this blogging world. She mentioned how at age 30 she was broke, no boyfriend, no husband, no child. The only thing she had was parents in their house in Moshe. She talked about how she doesn't even want to go anywhere. She would just stay indoor. Her mom would bring her food and everything, but she's always had a very supportive and understanding family. And mother, good luck. God smiled on her. Before she knew it, if you check her very first post on Linda Ikeji, it was about her struggles, all of that. And one thing about this life is if you're able to tell your story and people can key into it, that's it. That's the magic. And adding lots and lots of consistency. There's nothing you can succeed in. If you're not consistent, you can't even succeed. You can't make a tale of whatever venture it is. So she continued and figured her way out. I can imagine at that time when a lot of people were not even on internet. How many people had access to internet at that time when all people do is to go to cyber cafe to buy 100 naira for 1 hour airtime, and browse the internet or something. But gradually, it's like Linda saw the future and she never let anything stop her. Before we knew it, if you want to listen to any news in Nigeria, even abroad, everybody went to Linda Ikeji blog. Not the one on Instagram, the one on our website. And it was a huge success as she enjoyed exclusivity at that time. Of course, there was still Bella Niger. We had Naira Land that is also still in existence, but they were very, very few. Now, way down over 10 years after, Linda is one woman who has shown that just focus on what you're doing, you're going to make a head or a tail. However, when it got to the point of relationship and love, Linda is not said to be very, very lucky. But we know that God will answer our prayer. We always keep it positive on this platform. Linda, at the time, will go to her alma mater, as I mentioned earlier, Anglican Girls' School in Surulere, specifically, and encourage the students not to do premarital ta and wait till they are married, that she's a role model in that line. However, before we knew it, Linda had a baby, and the girls were like, madam, we are the one telling everybody that you are celibate. How did you get belle without a marriage? It was a tough time for Linda. And the gbasgbos was so much. In fact, another blogger, Stella Demoxos, Cocos, who was a journalist before, and all that, gave it to her back to back. They had it very, very bad and hot at that time that Linda had to come out and tell the whole world the story, how she met Jeremy, and they started dating. They broke up at the point. They went back together. That she would drive all the way from her house in Ikoyi or something to Lekki to go and receive Bola and everything. That she was just adult and she was looking at a biological club. That there is no time. To be fair on her, Jeremy was married, so it wasn't as if she was dating a married man. But you know how it is. You might think you are in love with someone. The person might not be in love with you as much as that, or you might not want to take it further for whatever reason. So now some, but Jeremy no accept the belle at that time. Linda almost crushed when she was pregnant, because I can imagine a mature woman in her mid-30s, her having a man who refused to even do traditional rites on her. But the support of her family pulled her through, and that was it. She had a baby, bought a Bentley for the baby at birth, and told herself that she was not going to get any omodo, no nanny, that she wants to do a motherly role by herself. And I think she's been making success of it. But before we know it, she also put it that she told us the name JC Jeremy, and some people assume that that was the name she's using, like the father's name and everything, because the boy is a replica of his father, if we have to say the truth. It's a replica of his father. Linda moved on, living a quiet life. Linda lives a very quiet life. In fact, you can count the number of occasions Linda has ever attended to or attended since she started her blogging. And she will tell that as a blogger, you can't afford to be friends with a lot of people because you won't be able to do your work. And at that time, people gave Linda gbasgbozo because on her platform then, Linda no send anybody when she started that blogging. When you say person head, they inside. And the use of baby mama when somebody born for somebody, baby mama this, baby mama that, which was, in quotes, very insensitive to the women that were affected. And when Linda's own happened, oh my God, they gave it to Linda really hard. But she was not, she apologized. I think she did. Yeah, she did apologize and felt very vulnerable. It just shows us, say, in life, and waiting day hot, it will later grow cold. And honestly, Linda just kept moving on, investing. When her island home was disclosed, everybody was like, 600 million naira house. Way back as almost 8 years or 10 years now? So Linda rakes some money. She mentioned how when she started, and Google will pay her, AdSense will pay her like 100 million naira per month, and she'll be like, which kind of money na water be this? So she's doing well. This is for our Gen Zs who don't know Linda from Linda. So she decided to share a picture of her son and another young boy. I think her son is 6, the other young boy is 7. The other young boy is her nephew, that is Laura Ikeji's son, And I think they went to Paris and they were having fun, and she shared pictures, and before people knew it, baga, don't. So waiting happened. She made the best little human ever. They have been on a few vacations together in the past, but this is the first one they will remember, as they are nearly 6 and 7 now. Ryan is Laura's son. Meanwhile, people just be like, which one is JC Ikeji again? The boy, the beer, that this is not a national culture thing. Now people say, for Igbo culture, our Igbo brothers and sisters can hear me, and they will help us throw more light. For Igbo culture, if a man impregnates a woman and refuses it, there's no Omoale in Igbo. No bastard in Igbo. The child will proudly bear the mama name, the mama's son name. So as Jeremy no accept the boy, he no come forward to say I want to marry Linda or decide to take the whatever responsibility on the child. Definitely the boy will bear Ikeji. Let me take some comments. Another said, why would you give your son your own father's name, Biko? Another said, it's foolish. It's okay to foolish, but coming online to let the world know about your descending behavior is something you really need to check with yourself. Madam, bet me this pikin go find him papa one day. I'm glad we all live in internet age where finding information is at the tip of our finger. Another said, Kuku changed Ryan to Ikeji as well. Then Linda decided to clarify. She said, just to be clear, I have never ever had to change my son's surname. He's been an Ikeji right from when he was born with an exclamation mark. Where do I have the time or patience to be changing name? Changing or keeping his surname Ikeji will be up to him when of age. Food for my junior colleague. Say, make our junior colleague Kabangbe Adetigbe. So this is Linda saying that relationship the relationship did not work, since she got pregnant. And she had the baby in, I think she traveled to US at that time to have the baby. She had a very quiet bridal shower, and it is just what it is. So Linda and Sofun, my son will continue to bear my son name, and that's the Igbo culture. Make we respect him. I been call me one person use private to born pikin. She said the owner of the pikin is not accepting, and the boy is a replica of his father. This is not a case of he doesn't look like him, let's do DNA. Splitting image of it. Go and Google it. I'm not going to keep the man's photo here. And she said the boy is an Ikeji. So why are people trolling her? She na your son name he go bear. Abi a papa complain say you don't want the boy to bear. That is the Igbo culture. There is no Omoale in Igbo. They will take the child and take care of the child, and heavens will not fall. Make you respect people's culture and their decisions. I don't know why people will be on her page and be dragging her, and she will have to do a clarification. And you trust in that she don't give everybody say food for thought for my junior colleagues. Hello, Maro. The girl has moved on. The woman has moved on. She don't get time. Because make our cho be limited. Go on people's pages. If you see what they do there, if you don't like and waka comot. If you call the fight person, say why they give the person so surname. What's our business? Now so they do for Igbo culture. If they don't do that in whatever culture you are from, good for you. But respect people and their choices. Because Madam Leader has spoken, no? May God take care of her and her children. And she also put another post later and said she just loves the life she's living, and she just wants one more thing, to have another child. And her life will be perfect. Linda, as you wished it, God could do one for you. This life, balance. Some of those where they shout to you, say kiniko, kiniko, kiniko. They know what thing they face in their own house, in their own relationships or marriages. So make everybody doing your own. Make everybody breathe. So she don't talk him. And son's name is Ikeji. Whatever you want to do, you go about it the way you want to go about it. And she's very unapologetic about it. Live and let's live, guys. See you. Bye.